receipts for you on my desk. I forgot to bring them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I call this Common Council meeting of the City of Dunkirk to order on this 7th day of May 2024 at 5:30 p.m. Clerk, please conduct the roll call.
Councilmember Leskowiak?
Here.
Councilmember Yerko?
Here.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Here.
Councilmember Nichols?
Here.
Councilmember at Large Weiser?
Here, thank you, Clerk. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is good.
Thanks so much for being here this evening. Next, we have the certification of prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, April 16, 2024, was presented to the Mayor on Friday, April 26, 2024. Pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the Mayor are now in full force and effect, in witness whereof I have to set my hand and seal of the City of Dunkirk, New York, this 7th day of May 2024.
Is there a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Nichols. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Leskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Leskowiak?
Here.
Councilmember Yerko?
Aye.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser?
Aye, the minutes are approved as presented. We now move to privilege of the floor.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case each individual appearing shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing any group who shall be limited to a maximum time of 5 minutes. The privilege of the floor is reserved for members of the public to speak on any subject pertinent to the affairs of city government. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the chair may determine in their discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. The chair shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or not germane. The time limits specified above shall be adhered to, except that the chair may allow any person speaking to complete a statement or thought started before such time expires, and a longer time may be allowed by the chair with approval of the majority of the council.
Privilege of the floor is now open. Are there any members of the public who wish to speak? Please step forward, state your name and address, and address the council.
Hello, my name is Patrick Lyons. I reside on Mezio Road in Sheridan. I'm the president of Revitalize Dunkirk. I'd like to speak to you about a pre-filed resolution that will come before you tonight, this evening. My organization, which consists of 65 members, is looking to develop a child-centered nature trail in the wooded area of Point Gratiot, specifically in the wooded area between the large pavilion and the north exit. This project was first proposed last June by a group of educators from the Dunkirk School District and SUNY Fredonia to your Economic Development Committee. Members of this committee suggested that this group partner with Revitalize Dunkirk, and this seemed like a good advice because we have 501c3 status and we have an organizational structure that gets things done. Subsequently, 8 new members joined our organization, and we formed an ad hoc committee with a dedicated funding stream to support this project. Members of the committee began to meet with city officials seeking their advice and support. Our plan is to build a child-centered nature trail with 3 activity stations. The inspiration for this trail is a similar trail built at Letchworth State Park, but on a much smaller scale than that one. The resolution you will be asked to consider seeks your permission for us to lay out and flag this trail and its 3 activity centers. We will hire professional trail builders, Trail Construction Associates, LLC of Forestville. No equipment will be used in this flagging and layout procedure. Our volunteers will be with this professionals during this process. We have paid to have the parcel surveyed by Woodbury Petro Surveying of Dunkirk so that we know exactly where the city-owned property is and the New York State property is, and because we don't want a trail that gets too close to either of those things. So our Point Gratiot Trail Committee is chaired by Mary Beth Muldowney, and the city liaison and recording secretary is Mary Reese. So as president of Revitalize Dunkirk, I ask that you approve this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. Anyone else wishing to speak?
Yes, good evening. My name is Susan Rogers. I live on Ward Avenue in Silver Creek, and I am serving on the board of directors for Chautauqua Area Habitat for Humanity. Excuse me, I'm losing track of my thoughts. I am here this evening because we have a request for approval to use Wright Park for a fundraiser, a Wiedner's Chicken Barbecue drive-through fundraiser on May 18th that we would like you to consider for our organization. And we also want to express how thrilled we are as Habitat to be back in the city of Dunkirk, building our first home here in over 20 years. So it's very nice that we're back here again. We have built over 34 homes in the Chautauqua County area, mostly in Jamestown, Mayville, Westfield, and Silver Creek. And now we're back in Dunkirk and very happy to be here. As far as construction is concerned, the house is located on, I believe it's number 9 Jeanette Street, and the foundation has been poured, and we're completing construction of the framework that will be ready to go up shortly. And probably in the next month or so, we'll be having a groundbreaking ceremony. So if anyone has any questions for the fundraiser, I will be happy to answer them when you get to that section of the meeting. And I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. Anyone else wishing to speak? Going once, twice. Privilege of the floor is now closed. Now let's move to communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor Dovias?
I don't have anything right now, thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll address communications from the public and petitions.
Number 1, tabled request from April 2nd, 2024. Request from Betty Glazier to hold a family gathering on July 20th, 2024 at Point Pratchett. With all pavilions already being rented, they would like to place a 20 by 20 pole tent in the park from 11 a.m. until dusk.
I would like to make a motion to take this off the table for discussion and vote.
Okay, there's a motion to take
Chairman.
this agenda item from the table. Second?
Chairman, this was taken off the table last meeting. There was no seconds. It died on the table.
There's
It died on the table last meeting.
Okay. I thought my understanding was a resolution that doesn't get acted on for 2 times, it dies the 3rd time it comes on the table. So you can put it off twice, and then this time it dies.
It dies.
That was my
It dies this
understanding
time.
of how
It dies this time.
resolutions have died on the table in the past.
Is there a second to bring it off the table? Hearing none, the agenda item will not be taken from the table. Clerk, please introduce the next petition.
Request from Susan Rogers on behalf of Chautauqua Area Habitat for Humanity to hold a wiener drive-through chicken barbecue at the Wright Park Pavilion across from Promishenko Stadium on Saturday, May 18, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Any questions or comments from the council?
Yes, I do. We would like to know, I would like to know, and as long as we're on TV, the community would like to know where you can buy barbecue tickets and how many are available unless you're already sold out.
I have tickets.
She wants to buy some.
People can contact me. I can give you my phone number. I would say, after the meeting, would that be?
Okay, do you want to do it so that?
Yes, yes.
Ms. Rogers, would you mind coming to the microphone so we
Oh,
catch that?
sure. Yes, if anybody would like to purchase tickets, they will be available until Friday, this Friday the 10th. The cost is $15, and they can be purchased from me. My name is Susan Rogers, and my phone number is 716-785-9743. If I'm unavailable, please leave a message, and I will return your call. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers.
Thank you.
Any further discussion, council? Hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 3, request from the Dunkirk City School District for approval and police assistance to close the Special Olympics parade route. The parade will be on Thursday, May 23rd, 2024 at 11:40 a.m. and will last approximately 30 minutes.
Any discussion, council?
Dave, you're good?
We'll take care of it, no problem.
Okay. Do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate committees as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried.
Number 4, request from Erica Rebel on behalf of Special Olympics New York and the Law Enforcement Torch Run to use city streets on Wednesday, May 29, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Any discussion, council?
This is something we do every year. We'll get it done again.
Thank you, Chief. Do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Yeruko, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried.
Number 5, request from Gene Jackson of 10970 Bennett Road for permission to tap into city water and sewer.
Any discussion, council?
Yeah, but
Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the Department of Public Works?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Councilmember Nichols. A second? Seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried.
Number 6, request from Wilberto Colazo Rivera on behalf of Ministerio Una Milicia en Cristo Jesús, which is one militia in Christ Jesus Ministries, to have a church service at Memorial Park on June 21st and June 22nd, 2024 at 4 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
There is no ending time on it.
Is there an ending time indicated anywhere?
We'll have, what time do you want to put an end to it? Because we can have Raul call them and talk to them.
yeah, find out what time it is going to end. There's neighbors around there.
I understand the loudspeaker permit extends to 8 p.m. The associated loudspeaker permit extends to 8 p.m. Any discussion, any action you'd like to take, council? Okay, I'll mark it received and filed.
Okay. When we get to the loudspeaker request,
I see that.
that will say till 8. So at that point, do we want to give them the time, the same time frame for this request? Ask them that that's what you've decided on?
I'd assume so. It seems logical.
But
unless
can you
there's-
check with them just to make sure so that it's valid? We don't want to,
Right.
Because you can make that decision and say that you approve it and contingent on that they ended at 8.
No, that's not too late.
We
Yeah.
have time.
You want to do that, to make it
Loudspeaker permit anyway, right?
Pardon?
So there's a loudspeaker permit that goes with it.
That goes till 8.
4 to 8.
8 o'clock.
So we can call them and say that it's approved contingent on them ending it right at 8.
At 8
when their
o'clock.
loudspeaker is,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so do we want to make the roll call to approve this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve?
Clerk?
Okay, moved by Councilmember Yeruko, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried.
Number 7, request from Dunkirk Senior High School for 2 police officers' presence and breathalyzer tests for their prom dance at the Dunkirk Lighthouse on Saturday, June 8th, 2024, from 7:30 p.m. to 11:15 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
Refer this over to the PBA and we'll get it taken care of.
Good.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to refer to the PBA? Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 8, request from the Dunkirk High School class of 1989 to host their 10th annual Marauder Trotter 5K Run Walk on Saturday, July 6, 2024. Also requesting police presence for about 1 hour in the morning from 8:45 to 10 a.m. and use of a city generator for inflatables.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Yeruko. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 9, request from Douglas Huron on behalf of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York to use Washington Park on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. for their Family Fun Day community event. Also requesting a third-party entity to cover liabilities, assistance from DPW with a stage for a live band, and requesting assistance with garbage cans and portable toilets.
Somebody else to pay for their insurance?
Any discussion, council?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a note that on this part, also requesting a third-party entity to cover liabilities is not in their letter. I just wanted to make
Okay.
note of that.
I think the individual, when it got printed, I think because they had this request last year also, that's how they printed it last year, so I think we copied, paste to do the agenda
Okay.
without reading fully. So lesson learned to someone to read the letters better or closer. Okay?
I do have another question here. They are from noon until 3 p.m. for a family fun day, but what they're requesting is portable toilets. They're wanting us to put Johnny on the spots there for him for 3 hours?
And we don't do that, so we can call them and tell them that we don't put that up for that time. We don't do that. That would have to be on their expense, at their expense.
Also, we'd have to check with DPW about the staging over there too. Is that not correct, Randy?
Yeah, we have a couple of small, low band stands. We probably would have one at that time, so I think it should be contingent on availability.
Do you want me to have them come in and fill out the form that there is for a stage that the city does loan out, or
Yeah, or they
for a fee?
could approve it contingent on availability of these.
Okay.
And them assuming the portable toilets on their own. So add a
Okay.
couple contingencies and we get this going.
Okay?
Unavailability of what? Director Woodbury?
I'm sorry.
Unavailability of what?
The portable stages.
Okay.
You don't get the
Can I
third
just
entity.
can I jump in for one second?
Yes.
This is something that's listed, this event's listed in the city's event calendar. So I would just maybe have that conversation with our festivals team to see what has actually been discussed with this piece.
Okay.
Because I do see they listed it there. I can't speak for them, but I know usually they coordinate some of these other things.
Okay, so
that
check
aren't
in with
necessarily
festivals?
City events, but they're part of our community calendar, so to speak, so.
I still am not satisfied with that third entity thing there, and I'd like to ask the mayor if she understands that terminology that they're using with her legal background that she...
To the best of my understanding, this was done last year. They received their own insurance, or they had a different provider provide insurance for them to host the event.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'd entertain a motion to refer to the appropriate departments and approve contingent on the availability of stages and no use of portable toilets.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 10, letter of advisement from Dunkirk Festivals. Dunkirk Festivals will be having 4 events in 2024 that will require closing of specific areas.
Can I ask what area?
It's on the letter.
What is it?
I know for the
Oh, okay.
Walleye Festival, they want to shut the pier down.
I got it. I threw that away.
Any discussion, council? Okay, the communications received and filed.
Number 11, loudspeaker permit request from Nancy Rose on behalf of Shriners Hospital to use a sound system for bands and announcements at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on Friday, May 24th, 2024, and Saturday, May 25th, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Nichols. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 12, loudspeaker permit request from Cat Childs on behalf of Catoos to use sound equipment for live bands at their Catapalooza event at the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on June 14th and 15th, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m., and June 16th, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Chief Ortolano, I understand you may want to speak to this request.
Yeah, we do limit in residential outside of the H1 district to 4 hours. We've had groups request at the fairgrounds constantly over the years, and we've always limited them to 4 hours. This is a 3-day event. 2 of the days are requesting 11 hours in 1 day for 6 hours. I did not sign off on it because we do keep it at 4 hours. It is a residential area. There's churches in the area. We've run into those issues before, so we have kept it at 4 hours. It's at the discretion of the council to approve this, but we have had a standard policy of 4 hours.
Any discussion, council?
Can we
Yes.
call them can we call and see if they'd like to reduce their hours and explain why? And
You can ask questions.
Yeah, feel free to come forward and speak.
Ask me anything. Hi, weren't planning on playing from noon right up until 11. That's the time that we're going to open the gates and close the gates. So music was going to be, to be honest, I haven't made the schedule because it depends on you guys. So I do have 14 bands that I've already lined up between the 3 days. We could start a lot later and end earlier. At just 4 hours per each day is, I don't know, if we could do more, like 6 hours a day at least, maybe? If we could compromise, I would.
If they clarify the request a little bit better, they could present it till the next May meeting, and we still have time to honor their request, if so be it. If that would be okay.
Sure.
And that's what I would suggest.
Okay. Any other discussion, council?
The chief's not signing off on this.
Okay, I'll mark it received and filed for now, and we can discuss after the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Number 13, loudspeaker permit request from Chautauqua Adult Day Services to use a sound system at the Brooks Pavilion at Point Gratiot on Friday, June 28, 2024, from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Luskowiak, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 14, loudspeaker permit request from Scott D. Mikas on behalf of Dunkirk High School class of 1989 to use a sound system for a DJ at Wright Park by the Beach House for their 10th annual Marauder Trotter 5K Run Walk on Saturday, July 6, 2024, from 8:30 a.m. till 12 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 15, loudspeaker permit request from Wilberto Palazzo Rivera on behalf of Una Milicia en Cristo Jesús Ministry to use a sound system for a church service
And
at
that didn't
Memorial
include it,
Park
but yeah.
on Friday, June 21st, and Saturday, June 22nd, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
That's the same as that was on the front.
Right, that's the corollary communication.
So we're going to enroll it all in one?
It's two,
So,
Same thing.
they got 2 days.
Yes, they have it here too.
Yeah.
Number 6.
the first request was to use the park, and this one is to use the loudspeaker.
Right, so this stipulates the window of time in which they would be active, I'm assuming.
Well, so we all voted to let the other one go for number 6 request. We let that go. We all agreed with that one, correct?
Correct.
So then we should all agree to let this one go because it's the second part of number 6.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Liskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye. Councilmember
Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried. Now move to reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilmember Luskoviac.
Yes, there's an Economic Development Committee meeting Monday, the 13th at 4 p.m. at the Economic Development Department Conference Room in the Stearns Building. And Jill Casey will be there. She's the New York State representative for CDBG funds. She'll be joining us. Thank you, Revitalize Dunkirk and National Fuel, for your organization and great efforts on the Dunkirk Day of Doing, April 22nd. We are off to an obviously great start in the controlling of seagulls in our business district in Ward 2 or 3, I'm not sure where that is, but the USDA Wildlife Services have been here a few times. Businesses and residents have noticed a significant difference from last year. It's a relief. Thank you, Glenn, of our Property and Maintenance Department, in your collaboration with me. I wanted to and hard work. I wanted to update everyone on the City of Dunkirk Hero Banner Program. I talked with National Grid today. We officially are allowed to have the banners on Central Avenue from 7th Street to Millard Fillmore Drive. The committee has paid insurance and provided that insurance information to National Grid. The banners, all 220, will be up by Memorial Day per Mayor Kate throughout the waterfront and on Central Avenue. Thank you, Mayor. I have a question for Randy. Randy, the Chautauqua County Soil and Water Conservation Department is working at the foot of Main Street on Lakefront Boulevard, planting bushes and trees, a lot of them, looks like 100. I was there today with the Greenery Company, and they told me none of the bushes or trees being planted will obstruct the view from the residents at the high-rise or any neighbors. Do you know what bushes and trees are being planted at all, or do you know more about that?
Sure. Got a picture here we can show. Was able to take a look yesterday at that area. That area by the walkway out to the rocks around the eastern inner harbor was built by the Corps of Engineers, and it's a part of the New York State Park System. The Chautauqua County Soil and Water Conservation is building a constructed wetlands in that area. And as we all know, that wetlands are the nature's purifiers of water. So the county has directed some storm drains that were going on to the Main Street beach in that area through this constructed wetlands. So by the time it enters the wetlands and then makes its way to Lake Erie, it will be purified in a natural way.
That is
So,
awesome.
and then, yeah, and then
Thank you.
the trees that go around there, you can see in the picture that there's Japanese knotweed. It's an invasive species that grows 4 inches a day. So in 30 days, it's going to be 30 inches tall, and 60 days, it'll be over our heads, and it's terrible stuff. And the Phragmites australis is there as well. So the county is trying to compete with native species to eradicate these 2 invasive species, plus purify the water. So it's quite a project. We'll see how the trees grow. They always can be trimmed if they're getting too big. But really nice partnership with the state and the county to make this happen.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. But they did leave a road. They created a road when they cleared that area. Small rocks were used to create a pathway to the road to move their trucks and vehicles. So they now need to come back and redo that pathway. I did put a call out to them. Children have gotten hurt and someone had thrown one of those rocks at a neighborhood window. So otherwise, it's great. I have a question for EJ, our Deputy Director of Economic Development. Has the walkway at the farmer's market, this new pavilion, has that started to widen and make access for?
So, yeah, the contractors actually started today. So they're putting in the sidewalks, they're doing a little bit of improvement to the asphalt under the pavilion. So not only will it benefit the farmer's market, but the seniors can use that as well. So that was part of the Senior Center Improvement Project, and that's covered and paid for by CDBG. They'll probably be done in a couple of days. They're really moving, so.
And then after that, through CDBG funds as well, there's going to be a walkway in Wright Park, right? Is that,
Yes,
where is
so
that exactly? You're going to create?
That's part of the Wright Park I'm thinking of the Wright Park accessibility project that we have with the CDBG again. That is putting in a bike/pedestrian walkway between Pine Street, at Pine Street from Ocelot to Serval, that little access way now. So it'll connect those neighborhoods to School 7 and Wright Park, so more people can access the school and park safely instead of having to go up to Lake Shore or down to Lakefront Boulevard.
So it's from Pine to Lakefront Boulevard?
It's at where Pine kind of dead ends there at Ocelot, and then there's a right-of-way of the city that connects through that one block to Serval Street.
Okay.
That's where that will go. And then also part of that, we're going to finish fixing the bike path by the Little League field there, which we weren't able to do from Wright Park Phase 2. A lot of those spots where the tree roots have pushed that up and it made it difficult for bikes to go there. So that's all part of that project.
Awesome. Great things happening. Thank you. That's all for me.
Thank you. Councilmember Yuriko?
Yep. Hey Randy, have you done anything about that drainage on Temple Street for Mr. Beatty? That was at the last meeting.
Sure. Right after the meeting, Councilwoman and I went and inspected that, and I could tell that I was surprised that I've covered every square inch of the city, but I missed that one. And there's a beautiful brick pavement that stops by the street there, and it won't be hard to fix at all. So I've asked Andy to design something, and we can fix it. Mayor and I have talked about, because we're budget crunched, rather than contract these things out, we'd like to do it in-house, and then we could use that as a workforce account and actually get some of this CHIPS money to reimburse our labor costs on that. So I took a quick look at it. I'm going to work it over with Andy to put on the schedule. We got West Chestnut Street to put a drainage project in. We got some in the 4th Ward. So this will be like number 3 on the drainage issues.
Can you let me know when it's on the schedule so I can let him know?
I'll give you a list of all of them.
Okay, sounds good. The beaches still don't look great?
Yeah.
We're getting close to the Memorial Day deadline you set.
Yeah,
Just
I
wondering
can, I can give you an update on the beaches. This is Cedar Beach is looking pretty good yesterday. And there are quite a few people down there picking up little pieces of driftwood. And we can't run the beach cleaner on Cedar Beach or in Wright Park because there's two over on, Cedar Beach or Point Gratiot. We can do that at Wright Park because it's a different rock formation. It's at Cedar Beach, we got the interface between the Dunkirk shale that's really ragged. When you swim over there at Point Gratiot, you kind of hurt your feet. When you swim over at Wright Park, it's nice and flat.
Right, because it hasn't been taken care of for all these years, so now it's turned into that. They used to rake it. When I was a child, they raked it. They used it.
Yeah, we can, Mayor and I talked about it a little while ago, where the pieces of angular black shale are, we'll rake it the best we can. But the Hanover shale, this is a very interesting, this is a world-renowned geological phenomena right here. 372 million years ago, there was one of the big 5 mass extinction events, and we lost the trilobites. I only know that because my crew said I was actually around when that happened. And then, but we've come a long way with your request, and we got more to do, and help us keep an eye on it, and then we'll get all the way there.
Chief Orlano, parking is bad in the city. I've been getting a ton of complaints about it. I know you guys are busy, but I feel like it's gotten worse since the parking switched to weekly than it was when it was daily, which is kind of crazy. If you can just try to, plus, hopefully those tickets would generate some revenue for us. We're in desperate need. We all know that.
Yep, I get on it. No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you.
Going back to the boardwalk, Campese parking. Remember I told you.
Oh, yeah, and something about a truck parking in the lines, no parking zone at the boardwalk at Campese, like regularly this is happening. Is it a owner there or something?
I think that's something usually that you guys talk to them, don't you, about parking their employee trucks at the boardwalk?
We can.
Yeah, but even if it's not illegally parked, it's nothing I can do, but I think there's a lease or something, isn't there, something else in parking at Washington Avenue instead?
Something was something that was put together for this reason.
Yeah, if you could just remind them that they're not supposed to be parking there.
Well, there's a request, so
Especially
just,
not illegally.
well, so there's a request that we've made to the tenants there that they not utilize those spots and they utilize other area parking. I know that they don't always do that, so obviously we'll keep an eye on that, but there was a letter that went to all the tenants before.
That's fair, I'm just asking it to be reiterated.
Nope.
Speaking of festivals, how are we intending to pay the overtime on these? After the Eclipse party and the overtime was there, I'm sure that wasn't budgeted. How are we budgeting? How are we preparing to pay all of these overtimes this summer with all these festivals? Are we in a position to do that?
So we're asking some of our staff members to flex their schedules and work outside of their normal scheduled business hours to cover this without overtime.
You're asking or you're requiring it?
I'm not requiring anything. We're going to ask our staff.
Okay. So
I would
there's
hope
a
they would understand that we're in a serious financial position here and they would be willing to work with us.
Well, I agree, but I'm just saying, if they're not, then, how can we allow this to take place if we can't afford to pay them?
We'll deal with that. I've already spoken to the chief about this.
It wasn't just directed towards you guys either, just, it's across the board. And lastly, what is our plan for holding people accountable for things that have happened that have gotten us into this financial crisis? People want to know, what are we doing to hold people accountable and ensure that these things don't happen going forward?
I don't know who you're directing that question to. When everything is done, we don't have any audits done. So when everything is done and put together, we'll have answers. Until then, it's just speculation on everything that's happened.
And when are we supposed to have those other 2 audits we're waiting on?
2022 is being worked on now. Well, it will be worked on. All of the documents are being uploaded, and it should be completed by July.
And then 2023, do you think
It's going to start right after that.
So we'll have some idea what's happening here?
2023 should be started immediately following it.
All right, that's it for me.
Glenn, I believe we were informed, I think last meeting or the meeting before, that the motel up on Route 5 at Point Drive, that back part, we're looking to get that thing torn down, right? You were in conversation with a lawyer, or they were in conversation with a lawyer?
The matter is in court, has been adjourned. It's my understanding that they've retained a design professional to come up with some designs that would require a use variance from the zoning board of appeals.
Wasn't it already denied?
It was denied by the zoning board of appeals.
Twice, yes.
These people up to the point, you get in my car with me and you can, I'll throw you to the lions when we go through the point. Those people are waiting and nothing's being done. I don't know if you're the way to handle it, or a lawyer.
Well, it would be a legal matter at this point. They've retained an attorney as well.
We're not just gonna leave this thing sit there during the summer. Of course, everything and their brothers coming in and out of that place. People are coming out of that place, looking at people's windows. They're fed up with it. They've already beaten these people in the appeals board. The whole courtroom was filled with the people. They're expecting something done. That's, are we at least looking into it, or is there an attempt?
I would direct the question to legal. It's been adjourned while they do this investigation with their architect.
Who's investigating?
Investigating.
Well, I thought you said you were waiting for an investigation.
They've hired I don't remember the name of the architect. It's out of East Aurora.
All right, how about the place on 3rd Street there, the fence? Is that coming out? The back of the drug pen?
It's coming out. I do not have any applications for that fence. They've received violation notice for building it without a permit.
So they want an application to reinstall that?
I've given them 4 things to address.
These people get pretty much what they want, huh? They closed one drugstore, they're running away to closing the second drug. Okay, move on. Ooh.
My turn?
Yeah.
Councilmember Nichols.
Before I get crazy.
Chief Ortolano, I was by mistakenly driving east on 5th Street, and I picked the wrong time of the day. It was the intermediate school
Nobody died.
release. What a hot mess that is over there. They're parked every which way, every side of the road. They're having issues over by St. Hyacinth's Church as well. They put a brand new parking lot in the backyard there, and they're parking on both sides of the street, and they have no tickets. They don't have to be on the street.
Can I interrupt you a second? I've notified the chief on this, Bradley. I was in his office. He's well aware.
Well, why didn't you call me and tell me that?
Why should I? You called me and told me to, so I went to him.
All right, but I want to just say it was, and the high school is just as bad because I picked up my granddaughter there.
The issue with St. Hyacinth's have to do with the intermediate school.
No, it's just the same difference, and they're both parking on both sides of the street, and it's very hard if you have a two-way traffic on the
Unfortunately,
street.
this is something we've been dealing with for 100 years.
I know.
If anyone has a better solution than what we have, I'd be more than welcome to try it. We go in there, and if we write tickets for 10 days and we don't the 11th day, they go right back to doing what they do.
I understand that.
The kids have to be picked up. Mayor and I had a meeting with the school superintendent Monday, and hopefully they're going to move forward with extending some of the bus routes and change some of the areas around those schools that will help with traffic. But unfortunately, it's organized chaos for 15 minutes, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. If anyone's got a good idea, you all come and tell me how you think we should be doing it.
I worry about the little kids at the intermediate school, though, because when they see their parent or grandparent there, they're like bullets.
That's also a parental issue, too. That's nothing I can control.
I know, but I'm afraid when they cross and run across the street that they're going to get clobbered.
I agree with you, but parents and grandparents need to take care of their kids, too. They can't rely on us to be there every second of the day to cross their kids.
And it's just the wrong time of the day, too. I understand that. But I just said I was stymied. I couldn't believe.
You were part of the congestion. Should have avoided that
No,
area.
I turned as soon as I could turn, I turned and I headed north. Trust me. Just a reminder that brush collection in District A, which is First Ward, started yesterday. Ward 2, District B will be on the 13th of May. Ward 3, District C will be the 20th. Ward 4, 4th Ward will be May 27th. City crews will only make one sweep down each street in each ward. Any brush that's put out after could be ticketed, is a violation and could be ticketed. Our Lucas Avenue yard is open Monday through Friday till 2, Saturdays now till 5. It's for Dunkirk residents only. I want to address the issue about, and I don't know who could do it or say something, but grass cutting, when all these people, either businesses or lawn care services or private individuals are cutting grass and blowing it into the street, how dangerous it is. I don't know if a citation can be written to them by our parks. I know it's not with our building inspectors department, but Randy, can someone from DPW start doing it? You know whose house the grass is blown in the street from, so that you could be somebody could be knocking on their door and putting a tag on, or actually fining them, because it's a continuation. Our receivers are going to get plugged up when we get a heavy rain, and they're going to be complaining because there's ponding water across the streets. So what do we do?
Andy Bone, engineering technician, does a good job with the hang tags on the houses. I've noticed that some of the commercial lawn mowing people need to be reminded. The individual people will hang tag on the house. The commercial places that are doing it, we'll find out who their contractor is and we'll talk to them. Because you're right, it causes a problem and it doesn't have to be that way. In the parks, if they want to see how things are done, Jason and the Parks Division do a great job. They never blow it out into the street, and we have a lot of land in parks. And they do a lot of, forgot to commend them. The mayor asked us to get the beaches pretty clean for the eclipse, and they were pretty pristine by then. A little bit of touch-up before the Memorial Day, but really, they got a bigger jump on all of these things, and now that the grass is growing really fast, we'll do exactly like you said.
Thank you. Also, you've got the floor, is the trees that they're planting out at the Wright Park, along there, around Hyde Creek. That's a county project as well?
Yes and no. It's a combined project. I'd like to thank Chautauqua County Soil and Water. I heard today that they put approximately $400,000 of grant money that they received into the Dunkirk shoreline area to combat these invasive species. Hyde Creek had a lot of the Australia's Phragmites and the Japanese knotweed that were going out of control there. They trimmed that all down, and they planted a lot of native species that will grow, and hopefully the natives hopefully will outcompete the invasives. That's the plan. So the Soil and Water did all the small stuff. Revitalize has worked in that area with some advice and plantings. And Tree for Thee has been a new kid on the block that have done a fantastic job with, I think 27 trees in Wright Park got put in, and nearly 100 at Point Gratiot, in addition to the development department bringing in a grant, for more. So this, it was very sad to lose the white ash tree to the emerald ash borer, but people are stepping up with volunteer money, and also with a state grant to try to replace these lost ash trees with something that's more resilient to something like the emerald ash borer, which is also an invasive species I talked about 3 invasives that we're battling, and hopefully we'll win that war.
Thank you. And Tree for Thee has 60 more trees that'll be going in next week at the point, and that'll be it, maybe 62. I lost count. But they're doing, while I was at the point, I did notice that there's only one set of bleachers over there by the ball field on Oak Street. And there's one, and we talked about this earlier, a set of bleachers there. Could we possibly use some of the cease fund to do another set of bleachers over there and not try to resurrect those racked ones that are over there set off to the side? Instead of trying to, we need them that are up to code. Can anybody do, Mark, can you answer that question on
Well,
using?
again, it would be a determination that would have to be reviewed by the mayor and the city attorney and, of course, the common council. There are restrictions on the use of the cease fund.
Right.
As far as the benefit to the community, but if it met those requirements, then, you know, it could be, a determination could be made.
Yeah.
Sure.
If I could
There's
speak just
be any
quick.
games there.
Yeah, Corey has all his when he goes over there with all his stuff. They get the field ready for games this summer.
We also have our stadiums that we utilize regularly that also have issues that need to be addressed, not just that one up in the point.
Well, I just noticed it yesterday, Mayor, and I just said, if we're not going to use that, or we cannot use that racked set of bleachers, then we probably, before someone does get hurt, haul them out of there and just scrap it. And EJ, I did come by, coming over town, they do have the sidewalk in over at the farmer's market, and part of the pavilion is poured, so it looks really, really great. If there's any group or organization that wishes to march in the Memorial Day Parade, please contact Ryan Hall at 366-9886. You can leave a message on his machine, but he'd be more than happy to have you if you're interested. That's it.
Thank you. I spoke with Director Woodbury earlier today regarding a couple of communications I received from concerned residents, one pertaining to the presidential polls in the 600 block of Central Avenue, the other regarding the brush piles at the end of Lucas Avenue nearest Brigham Road. A point of privilege. I'd like to thank him for his prompt attention to those matters and to reiterate my support in resolving those concerns for the affected residents. I'd also like to thank Directors Woodbury and DeJoy for their willingness to host another of the pianos for SUNY Fredonia Street Piano Project again this year. I know there's still some discussion as to where exactly the piano will be located, but I look forward to seeing that all unfold in the coming weeks. Moving on, appears there's no unfinished business, so we'll now address the pre-filed resolutions. Clerk, please introduce resolution number 32-2024.
Resolution 32, 2024, resolution authorizing revitalized Dunkirk to explore a nature trail at Point Proctor Park.
Any discussion, Council?
Yeah, I have a question for Mr. Lyons. Mr. Lyons, when this comes through and there is the trailway, that who is going to be in charge of maintaining it?
Revitalize Dunkirk. And we'll cooperate with the city, but, you know, that's what we're going to do is maintain it, yes.
We, as our workers, as Abby stressed, we're very short-staffed as it is with our parks guys, and I just want to limit it. We're pushing it beyond, and just to add something, and I don't know what your time frame of getting this completed is, whether it's a year or 2 years down the road.
It'll be at least a year, maybe more, yeah. So once you clear an area in the woods, the grass doesn't really grow very much at all. So we're not anticipating that they're going to have to come down this trail with a machine very often, at least.
Right, but you're going to have trash barrels in there for litter or anything else that's in there, and just to worry about somebody going in there to pick it up and tidy it up a little bit, and to keep control of the poison ivy that's in that area.
Okay, so we'll keep that in mind as we move forward with the project.
And you will send us a letter of what your intentions are, so that council will have a clear idea of who's going to be in charge of maintaining it.
Okay. We can do that.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll on the vote for resolution number 32-2024.
Councilmember Liskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl? Councilmember Nichols? Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, the resolution is adopted. Now we move on to new business. Is there any new business to be discussed tonight? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, the meeting's now adjourned. Thank you, everyone.